Children, this is your ICT sir. Chapter 4, another lesson. We have been talking about if statement during our last video. In our last video we were talking about if statement, how this if statement works, and if you go through your book you will be able to identify the codings here. Today we have also learned about the nested if, and here comes the case. Is also another branching statement which we use rather than using if then else and if conditions rapidly. It is easy to use case statement. The case statement goes as this way. Okay, so let me just show you how I have done it. Programming, you can say working with Pascal. It's not working with Pascal. Now let's say it's case. Pascal, case in Pascal. So here you will find I have one variable. I have declared one variable as ICT grade, and it's integer, and I begin and I declare like this: ICT grade is, and it for 65. The total number of marks that he has obtained is 65. So now I start with case. Case is a keyword. Case of the variable that you have created, ICT grade, of, it's a keyword, of 0 to 44 is written in the right statement. I have written just right. If a student get either from 0 to 45, the grade that he is going to obtain is W, and end line. That statement is done. Finish. Next, if the case ICT grade is 45 to 54, then he gets an S pass. You can say S pass is going to get a grade. So he will get A grade for his studies. So I'm going to put here, he's going to get grade S. Next, if a value of ICT is between 55 to 64, he is going to get a C grade. If the ICT marks are 65 range to 74, 65 to 74 range, he is going to get a grade B. If the range 75 to 94, he is going to get a grade of A. If the grade range 85 to 100, he is going to get a grade of A star. Else, if any value which is not mentioned here, he is going to get an error. Let's go to the error number, and I'm going to put, let's say 101. We don't get any values of 101, and remember the statement ends at the end. Now here you will have two ends. Let me just teach you before I'll show you what's the result. First, error grade, meaning none of these ranges are there as 101. So I'm going to put as it was before, 65. here this according to this case has to end. So there is an end of case. The difference between this end and this end is it ends with a semicolon. Here it ends with a dot. So that's the main begin and the main end, and this is a sub end. A sub end. You will learn about subprogramming versus the main programming. So let's learn them when we get to procedures and functions. So you are to only learn how it is written, case and the name of the variable of, and the values are mentioned from 0 to 44. If there is a value 0 to 44, you are going to get a W only. So when I run this, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to get a P pass, maybe a B grade B. So this is how you make the case in Pascal. Very easy. Then if then else, you don't need to write. Very simply you can mention the values, the numbers between this range to this range. You get this. Do you understand this? With this lesson I'm going to conclude the lesson in Pascal. Sorry children, I got a call. So with this I'm going to conclude the ICT lesson of selections, and next we will be learning repetitions. Thank you and have a wonderful day.